Yo, what's good? What's good? I'm back. Triple P, Paul Pickett podcast. Um, this right here is the Eastern Conference, Western Conference Finals edition, NBA Conference Finals edition. First, before I get started, I'm gonna sip some of my V8 juice. Y'all hit that subscribe button. It's in that right hand corner. Hit that click now. If you're watching this video on Facebook or Instagram, please hit that follow. And shouts out to my people watching it live on my TikTok. And also, don't forget the audio version of my podcast goes to Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Amazon, Slacker, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and dozens of other platforms. You can Google Paul Pickett Podcast, and a lot of things will pop up. I'm going to get started with Western Conference Finals. I know a lot of people on the sports debate shows, they had since Chris Paul came back this last game, they automatically had just the Suns just blowing them out and sweeping out the Clippers. I mean, if anything I've learned in this playoffs is you can't say the Clippers are done until they're done. I mean, this has been weird playoffs. The Clippers, literally lost first round. They literally lost the first two games at home. They literally went down 0-2 at home and then won the next two. And then I think they lost at home again, and then they won the next two. So it's been kind of funny. They were down last series. People wanted to count them out. Guess what? They pulled it off. And they actually pulled it off without Kawhi Leonard. And the fact that Kawhi Leonard ain't even played none of this series, and the Clippers are pretty much still in it. Because if they win next game, it's tied up. And even if they lose next game, they could still – it's not totally over. It's not totally over. Like the Clippers, I gotta give them props. They're balling over there. Ty Lue is a damn good coach. Ty Lue played 13 players last night. I know 3 of them only played like garbage minutes, but he literally went 10 deep into the bag of the bench. Like nobody typically plays 10 deep when you in the conference finals. They might do that first round, second round. But once you get in the conference finals and the finals, the players you play just shrink up. I mean, some teams, man, will only play 8 players. So Nets, Steve Nash only played 7 players versus the Bucks. 7 players, So those 3 extra players, they make a difference, especially if they're actually producing and contributing and they're getting somebody a lot of rest. So, like, yeah, man, the Clippers, that's the thing. Like, the Suns are good, but we got to forget the Suns only have 2 experienced, maybe 3 experienced veteran guys on their team. The rest of their team is young bucks, really. They're really just young bucks. I mean, Cam Johnson, he came from the Tar Heels. He's super young. DeAndre Ayton, super young. Bridges, super young. A lot of their best players, Booker, a lot of their best players are under 25, man. A lot of their best players are under 25. You got Crowder, he's a vet. Chris Paul, he's a vet. Dario Saric's a vet. Guess you could say Cam Payne is somewhat a vet. He's got experience. But, neither one of those guys have won anything. They just still don't know what it takes to win a championship. So this idea that there's, the Suns are just, they had an easy route. Yeah. Like the Lakers had their 2 best players were hurt first round. Second round, they had to go up against Denver. They had their second best player was out for the whole series. Denver, yeah, Jamal Murray's playing. They don't sweep Denver, that's for sure. And then the Clippers don't even got their best player, and the Suns sure ain't about to sweep them because they just won. So I'm not like counting out the Clippers just yet, and I don't think anybody else should until they're just officially out. A lot of people counted them out. They was like, oh, it's done. It was done. Everybody thought it was done when they was down 0-2 versus the Dallas Mavericks. and they came back and basically won. That was Trae Young on Dallas, that wouldn't have happened. I'm saying it. If that was Trae Young on Dallas, up 2-0 on the Clippers, and done won both of the games on the road, no, man. Dallas would have won that series. So I'm not totally sold that Luka is fully better than Trae Young, because, he still got to finish the game. You got to do it at the end of games, man. Just doing it for 3 quarters doesn't make you totally better. If you can't seal the deal, you can't finish the whole thing. You can't get to the finish line and whatnot. And I know Atlanta. Ain't nobody in Atlanta sitting there saying, "Damn, we should have kept Luka." Ain't nobody in Atlanta saying we should have kept Luka. And if they are, them fools ain't watching no basketball right now. They watching golf or soccer or something. They ain't no basketball fans if they sitting there saying, "Damn, we should have kept Luka." Because I'm on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm saying it. Hawks won game 1 on the road. They won game 1 on the road last series before that. Guess what? I'm saying it. Hawks are going to the NBA Finals. ATL, shawty, is going to the NBA Finals. I'm saying it. I'm calling it. Hawks are going to the NBA Finals. First of all, the Hawks probably got 2 guys that I'd rather have taken the last shot at the end of the game over the Bucks players. The only guy you want taking a shot at the end of the game for the Bucks is Chris Middleton. That's it. But for the Hawks, man, I'd even take a guy. There's about 3 or 4 guys I would let take the last shot. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I don't have a problem with Gallinari taking the last shot. I don't have a problem with Bogdanovich taking the last shot. Definitely don't have a problem with Trae Young taking the last shot. He's clutch. And Kevin Huerter. I don't got a problem with Kevin Huerter taking the last shot. Hawks got 4 guys that I'm confident in taking the last shot. And I might say 5. I might have to throw in Lemon Pepper Lou off the bench. I would let take the last shot of the game if it came down to it. But the only person on the Bucks that I'm trusting is Chris Middleton. And second, it maybe would be Drew Holiday. But he's not but when you can't trust your number 1 guy to take the last shot, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And don't get me wrong, the Bucks can win this series. The Bucks can easily win this series. The Bucks can win this series. But I'm calling it. I got the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks ain't shown no signs of letting up. Everybody was like, yo, the Hawks, they got past the Knicks, They act like that was a fluke. What was the fluke is the Knicks being the 4th seed. That's what the fluke was. The Knicks being the 4th seed. So they plummet the Knicks like they should have. And then when they went up against the Sixers, I was already saying, like, yeah, we can win this. We can win this. Because I felt like on paper, the Hawks are deeper. They're deeper. I don't think I just said. I mean, now let's get to the Sixers. Who you want taking the last shot for the Sixers? That's the thing. You got to get the guys that you need to be taking the last shot ain't gonna hit it. Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons. So you would literally have to have. To me, if I'm the Sixers, the guy I want taking the last shot at the end of the game is probably Seth Curry. And he's like supposed to be like the 4th best player on the team. And he was let me think about this. The 2nd best in the playoffs? He was the 2nd best, at least against Atlanta. Seth Curry was the 2nd best player in the series for the Sixers versus Atlanta. When your fourth best player, the guy who's supposed to be your fourth best player, is your second best player in a playoff series, you ain't winning squat. You ain't winning no series. That's a no-go. That series is done. It's a wrap. You can't have your fourth best player being your second best player in the series. Because that just basically says your second and third best players on the team didn't do squat. They did nada, nothing. Zilch. I've been said it. The Hawks are being undersold, man. They were being undersold because they had terrible coaching at the beginning of the year. Soon as Nate McMillan took over, they were tied for the best record in the NBA since Nate McMillan took over. They had the best record tied with the Sixers over that course of the series, or the course of time when Nate McMillan took over as head coach to the end of the year. They had tied for the best record in the NBA over that course of time. So, what, we're not supposed to act like they're as good as the best team in the NBA when they're tied with the best team in the NBA with the best record over this period of time? Just because they didn't do. And you got to realize the Hawks brought in a lot of pieces on the offseason. Bogdanovich, Gallinari, Rondo, and Chris Dunn, who ain't even really playing, I don't think. And Rondo got traded, and Bogdanovich is actually hurt right now. He's a shell of himself. So Trae Young won game one without the starting two guard really being 100% healthy, And this idea like Trae Young isn't about to become a superstar. Trae Young goes to the NBA Finals this year. If he takes his team to the NBA Finals, he's a superstar. He is a superstar. Magic Johnson was when he was going to the finals as a rookie. Or his first year into the playoffs, he just goes straight to the finals. Yeah, he was a rookie that year, and this is Trae Young's third year, but this is only Trae Young's third year. I'd never heard of a player in a third year that I could think of carries their team to the NBA Finals without a legit all-star. And I'm not going to say they don't got legit all-stars because John Collins is about to be an all-star. The world is about on notice about John Collins. They don't notice now. Like, John Collins is a freak of nature. John Collins is proof that all men is not created equal. If we were all created equal, I'd be able to jump through the roof like John Collins. I'm not John Collins equal when it comes to athletic ability. He might not be my equal when it comes to marketing and advertising, but I'm not John Collins equal when it comes to athletic ability. So this idea that we all created equal, man, it's bogus, man. It's false. There's no truth to that. That was the case, I'd be John Collins jumping up through the roof, dunking on everybody, or I'll be LeBron James, 6'9", 265. But I'm not. I'm 5'4", 155 pounds. We're all not created equal, man. Stop it. Stop it, like Chris Broussard says. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are better at other things than other people. That's just how it works. Some people are good at certain things and not good at others, man. But this idea that we all created equal, that we could all do everything equally, no, man. No. If we were all created equal, we'd all be the same size, same height, same brain cell thoughts. Everything would be the same. Everything would be exactly the same. And the idea that I deserve the same opportunity as an athlete, trying to I should get a legit shot to go to the pros as a college athlete. Well, that's bogus. That's no. I have no experience as a basketball player. I didn't even make the high school team, but I should get equal opportunity as a guy that came out of college, trying to make it to the pros. No, man. Even equal opportunity is not really. There's not going to be equal opportunity across the board because there's not experience across the board. There's not experience across the board, man. Like if everybody's not doesn't have the same experience, then you don't get the same opportunities. You're not even qualified to have the same opportunities if everybody don't got the same experience. Most people in Fayetteville, like that, a lot of people in Fayetteville are not qualified to do what I do. They're not qualified to do what I do. Because if they were, they'd be doing what I do. There is no other person in my city that makes a living off of music promotion like I make a living off of music promotion. Not one other person that does what I do in my city. Not one. There's other people in other cities, and other spots, but I'm the only one in my city that does what I do. Nobody else. So this idea that everybody's just as qualified to do what I do in my city is bogus. Because if they were, they'd be doing it. But I'm one of 200,000 in this area that does what I do. One. I am the number one online marketing promotion company for musicians in Fayetteville, North Carolina, the same city as J. Cole was from, same city Murray is from. I am the number one marketing promotion guy in this city. I have more clients than all the marketing promotion you take all the music promotion companies in Fayetteville, North Carolina, if there is any, however, I don't even know of any. You take all those people that do marketing promotion in Fayetteville, North Carolina. You combine them together and they still don't got as many clients as I have and customers I have because they're not qualified to do what I do because they haven't not been doing it as long as I have and they don't know what I know, you know? So, like, no, we shouldn't all have the same equal opportunity for every single thing in life because you have to be qualified to do that. You have to be qualified to even follow through with the opportunity. You could get the opportunity, but you'll never, if you're not even qualified to do something, why you even get the opportunity? You'll never even do that. If you're not qualified to do marketing and advertising, why would I hire you for marketing and advertising? So you shouldn't even really have an opportunity to get the job because you're not even qualified. This idea that you should get opportunities without qualifications is bogus. That's McDonald's. That only works at McDonald's and Burger King. That doesn't work once you start getting into things that require a lot of knowledge. It doesn't require a lot of knowledge for me to flip burgers and drop fries and make burgers and make fries. I've worked at fast food my entirety of my life. And I worked 10 times harder than everybody. And I was always the highest paid employee because, you know, that's just how it works, man. Qualifications, man. You know. But yeah, I totally strayed off of basketball and NFL, you know. But yeah, I got the Hawks. I'm gonna say the Suns is actually gonna pull it off probably. Hawks versus Suns, I got Hawks win it all. Hawks go to the finals, I got Hawks win it all. I gotta win it all. I think just Trae Young is so confident. His confidence level is just like it's through the roof. It's through the roof. I mean, he doesn't fear nobody and nothing. He seems to enjoy, endure, and love being the villain. Especially, he loves these moments on the road. Like he could be like 4 for 19 for the game, and he's still going to keep shooting and end up hitting some big time three at the end of the game because he doesn't let anything take away his even kill. Nothing like nothing. Like he's an assassin, and he lets nothing take away his assassination mind state. Like he's trying to assassinate everybody on the court. He's trying to beat everybody on the court. Um, I think he plays with a chip on his shoulder because he's small. He's not a big guy. People like a lot of people. That's the thing. It's hard for small guys to carry teams. I'm a small guy. Trust me. It's hard for small guys to carry NBA teams. You've only seen one small guy carry an NBA team to the finals, and that was Isaiah Thomas. He had a squad around him, but he was the guy. And then Allen Iverson carried the Sixers to the finals, but he didn't win it. Kyrie Irving didn't carry the the Cavs to the finals. LeBron carried them there. He got them there, and Kyrie just finished the deal. Steph Curry, he didn't necessarily carry his team either because they were, the Golden State Warriors, they were just, nobody could beat them. He got one of the fifth greatest shooters of all, two of the top five shooters of all time in the backcourt. So it wasn't like it was just him. Draymond was in his prime. Draymond is like one of the best power forwards of all time. They had a deep bench, and then you trade one of the years they just trade Harrison Barnes out for Kevin Durant. I mean, come on, man. Ain't no way we're saying Steph Curry carried the Warriors to the finals with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. No way. So yeah, small guys typically don't carry their teams to the finals. And everybody around John Collins, they all balling because they all confident as him right now. They're confident in him and they're confident as him. Like, man, you can't tell the Hawks nothing right now, man. You can't tell the Hawks that they ain't about to win it all, man. And I don't know that you could tell me anything different. Because, I didn't think the Hawks would come into Milwaukee and win game one like they did. And I sure didn't expect Trae Young to put up no 48 chicken wing piece dinner like Big Perk would say. That 48 piece wing dinner. I don't think nobody on the planet expected that, Trae Young the spotlight is on him, and he's definitely making sure that taking advantage that he comes out as the headliner of the show. I love Booker, but ain't no way Booker's outshining Trae Young right now. There's no way. There's no way. Not with what Trae Young is doing. Right now, this is the thing. Booker and Chris Paul combined for 10 for 40 last night. They could be slowed down, stopped, maintained, possibly shut down. And Trae Young can't be stopped. He can't be stopped. They set the pick so high, if you come up on him so high, he's just going around you quick like. And then if the big man he's either going to float over the big man, or if the big man comes up before he could do the floater, he's just going to lob it over the big man for alley-oop to John Collins or Clint Capella. And if not that, he's got the option to kick it out to somebody, shoot threes. Like this dude, and he can either pull up, shoot the three, and if you play up on that, he just goes around you, hits the floater, and then if you play up on the floater, then he just lobs it to somebody for the alley-oop. If you try to stop that, then he's just going to kick it out to somebody that shoot a three. He's unguardable. He's unstoppable, man. And he's probably showed the NBA. I'm going to tell you what, the way he's playing, if LaMelo Ball, I see a lot of Trae Young and LaMelo Ball now that I think of it. LaMelo Ball could play the same exact way. Come out, try to hit some long threes, make them play up on you, and then you just go around them. And LaMelo was good with the floaters, work on his floaters, good with the floaters. He could just float it over, lob it over, or dish it out to somebody for a three, and the Charlotte Hornets offense would be unstoppable. It'll be unstoppable with LaMelo Ball. If they just run their offense like Trae Young runs. And Trae Young is running his offense in a system. Trae Young is not the system. He is running the offense in the system that Nate McMillan put in place. So if we put this system in place for Charlotte, we'll be unstoppable offensively. After that, all we got to do is work on defense. We'll be unstoppable offensively. Because Trae Young is unstoppable. And if Chris Paul could, if he was almost as quick as Trae Young, and he shot as deep as Trae Young, the Suns would be unstoppable right now. But I don't know if the Clippers come back and tie it up. I'm not convinced the Suns just come out with the series, but I do got the Suns winning the series. I got the Hawks winning the series. I got Suns versus Hawks. Definitely be something different than we've ever. Two teams that weren't even in the playoffs last year. Two teams that weren't even in the playoffs last year could be in the NBA Finals. That's amazing. That's crazy. Two teams that didn't even make the playoffs last year could be playing each other in the NBA Finals this year. I don't even know if that's ever been done. I might have to Google that when I get off this podcast. And I don't think that's ever been done. You know, but y'all need to hit that subscribe button. That click now if you're watching this on YouTube. To all the people watching this on TikTok, what's up? Peace. Thanks. We always go live on TikTok, then we pre-record on YouTube and for our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And the audio version goes to Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Amazon, TuneIn, Slacker, iHeartRadio. You can Google Paul Pickett Podcast. See the name behind me, Paul Pickett, Pickett, Triple P, Paul Pickett Podcast. Also, if you need marketing and advertising for your brand or for your music, please go to promopalace.biz. Hit me up at paul@promopalace.biz, or for faster reply, promopalace1@gmail.com. Also, check out planetplaylist.com. You can submit music to Spotify playlist for free. Also, check out my apparel, newlitter.com, the New Litter apparel for dog lovers. We got t-shirts with dog-based t-shirts for dog lovers. And we got things for your dogs too, like dog bandanas and stuff like that. We're going to have actually more dog products coming on the way. Dog tags, dog bandanas, stuff like that. And we also got jackets and hoodies, not just t-shirts. Also, I want to give shouts out to the Dizzle brand. It's a liquor, and I do social media promotion. One of my friends, good friends, and mentors, Chris Rokers, one of the business partners over there at the Dizzle brand. You can check it out at dizzlebrand.com. I'm going to stand up, let you see the t-shirt. This right here, this is the Dizzle. We got the Dizzle brand t-shirts coming on the way. Right now, they've been passing them out just for free promotion, just promotional item use and whatnot. So that's dizzlebrand.com, Dizzle brand.com. Check it out. They got different recipes and whatnot. You can follow them on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and whatnot. And once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your host, Paul Pickett. This is Triple P, the Paul Pickett Podcast. And I'm